What's up, football fans from the GoMileHigh.com studios? It's time for another edition of Football Guys TV. I'm your host, Cecil Lammey. It's Week 8 Waiver Wire show. Let's tell you who to add and who to drop. We'll begin with the ads segment, and of course, Rashad Jennings, the hottest waiver wire pickup on the planet. Rashad Jennings is plenty talented. He's a good runner and receiver out of the backfield. I know Maurice Jones-Drew has a foot injury that is not a Liz Frank injury, and thus he won't miss the rest of the regular season, but he could miss a good portion of it, and that's why Jennings is the top pick this week. We'll move on and tell you about Jamie Harper in Tennessee. Chris Johnson gets it to the one, and Harper plunges it in from there. He's a bulldozing back with a nose for the end zone. You want him on your fantasy team, pick him up. And finally, we're hearing praise from Bill Belichick, what? About Shane Vereen. Now, Shane Vereen, in my opinion, is New England's best all-purpose running back. He's a good runner between the tackles and a very good receiver out of the backfield. We could see Vereen mixed in a little bit more in the coming weeks. Make sure he's on your fantasy squad. Well, I told you who to add. Now it's time to tell you who to drop. And you can say, see ya, Pollyanna, to Bilal Powell with the New York Jets. Listen, their ground game is all Sean Green and nobody else. Powell's a little bit banged up. Make sure he's off of your roster. We'll move on and tell you about Donnie Avery with the Indianapolis Colts. Hey, one week it's Avery. The next week it's T.Y. Hilton. The week after that, it's neither one of those guys. Donnie Avery's too risky to put in as a weekly starter. Just get him off of your team and go get somebody else. And finally, the other Steve Smith. Can we just get down to one Steve Smith in the NFL, Rob, please? Yes, USC Steve Smith for the Rams. Listen, Chris Givens is actually emerging in St. Louis, and reports are Danny Amendola may be back quicker from his injury than some people think. It means Steve Smith could get bounced off your team. From the GoMileHigh.com studios, that's a wrap for this week's edition of Football Guys TV. Hey, I want to remind you to check out Footballguys.com. Sign up for our free daily newsletter every morning, right to your inbox. The latest news and notes from around the NFL with comments and opinions from Footballguys.com. From a man, Rob Wagner, a man in the box, get back in that box. I'm Cecil Lammey saying thanks for watching. Stay tuned and stay frosty.